Firehawk Face-Off is being brought to you by Truly Personal Embroidery. Professional customized hats, shirts, jerseys, jackets, and more. Truly Personal Embroidery, your official embroidery shop of the Foothill Firehawks. And by Morrison DV, the digital video specialist serving the greater Los Angeles area. Quality is what we do. The Foothill Firehawks and the San Diego Thunder battling it out for the Southern California Championship under a full moon, the winner moving on to the state title game next week. First quarter, Thunder with the ball. Jason Jones under pressure from both sides of the pocket. And it's Nate Mendoza with the sack, his first of the postseason. And Foothill would get the ball back after the San Diego punt. Sergio Olvera got the start for Foothill, passing early over the middle. Scott Johnson to cleats Michael Adams with a big hit. And the defense for both teams was in control early on. Thunder would catch a break when Terrence Knox loses the handle. It's up for grabs until the Thunder recover it inside Foothill territory. San Diego would make them pay inside the 15. Jones with time throws the fade to Desmond Vincent, making the catch inbounds for the game's first score. San Diego went up 7-0. It was the first time Foothill has not scored first all year. Second quarter, Foothill's offense struggling to move the football, sacked by Nathan Berge for a big loss to force another Foothill punt. Middle of the second quarter, Thunder making their way downfield. Jones with plenty of time, looking deep for Wayne Daniels, and Willie Adams gets flagged for pass interference inside the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, Jones again targeting Daniels. This time it's a catch, good for the second touchdown of the contest. Foothill fell behind 14-0, their biggest deficit since week 1 against the Tri-County Titans. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half, Olvera, the quick strike to Jay Tatum, who makes an outstanding catch, able to hold on to the football. 14 yards on the catch to bring the Redbirds inside the red zone. 4th and goal now from the 12. Josh Knight looking for Kojo Aaron is intercepted by Alfred Lutridge, taking it out to the 20-yard line, and Foothill came up empty on offense. Less than 1 minute to play before the half. Jones looking deep. Mark Anderson with the outside pressure takes him down for the loss, and at the end of the first half, they salvage a 14-0 deficit. Third quarter, Olvera back at the helm, steps into a bullet pass right on target to Serquan Hardy, 25 yards on the catch down to the 16. Foothill in the red zone for only the second time in the ballgame, forced into another 4th and goal. Skipped the field goal attempt. Olvera's pass to John Jones is tipped and intercepted in the end zone by Scott Johnson. For the second straight drive, the Redbirds came up dry inside the red zone. Third quarter, defensive showcase continues. Jones play action pass looking for Ralph Henry, but Damian Hale climbs the ladder to bat it away. He had 4 knockdowns in the game. Big play, 4th and inches for San Diego. Jones with the quarterback sneak. Didn't fool anyone. The Hawks defensive line wins the battle. Will Fuentes and Hector Diaz leading the charge. Late in the third quarter, Josh Knight takes his turn leading the offense, throws into double coverage looking for Aaron, and is picked off by Rutledge again for the second time in the ballgame. Rutledge isn't done with a great run 22 yards across midfield. Fourth quarter, Thunder still up 14-0 on a huge third down play. Jones is sacked by Anderson, and the defense would hold yet again, keeping it to a 2-possession ball game. A huge call coming up for Foothill on their next drive. 4th and 9 from their own 31-yard line. Knight buys himself some time, and this time they do convert on 4th down. Complete to Aaron, 17 yards. Good for a first down to keep the drive alive as he gets out of bounds. 3 plays later, Knight on the run finds Serquan Hardy on the sideline, out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Foothill 0 for 2 inside the red zone would end that streak. Knight goes back to work. The deep fade pattern, and Hardy makes a difficult catch inbounds for the Hawks' first touchdown of the game. 13 yards for the score, and the Firehawk faithful were up on their feet. 10 minutes to play in the game. Thunder 3rd and long. Mark Anderson blindsides Jones for the sack. His 3rd of the night, and the relentless Redbirds defense was starting to wear down the San Diego offense, shutting them out in the second half. 5 minutes to play. Foothill looking to tie it up. Knight calls his own number on the draw, rumbling 14 yards inside the red zone to the 16-yard line, and a new set of downs. 2 plays later, Knight, determined to make this drive count on the scoreboard, decides to run it himself with room up the sideline, hit at the goal line, fumbling the ball out of bounds to give the Firehawks first and goal at the 1. Foothill would not be denied the quick handoff to the bulldozer Art White, and he powers his way in for the score, 1 yard to pay dirt. Ryan Hunt would connect on the extra point as the Firehawks fought tooth and nail to make it a new ball game, all locked up at 14. But with 2.5 minutes left to play, the Thunder would make their charge down the field. Jones, deep across the middle, makes the completion to Vincent on 3rd and 20, 25 yards on the catch, and the Thunder kept the drive alive. Now at the Foothill 39, 28 seconds to go. Jones to Vincent, again down to the 29, but tackled inbounds, so the Thunder would have to burn their last timeout. 16 seconds on the clock. San Diego gambles, taking a shot at the end zone. Jones to Vincent, who makes the catch but can't get his right leg inbounds. A great call by the official right on the spot. So with 4 seconds to play, San Diego brings in their kicker for what would be a 47-yard field goal attempt. A good snap, but the low kick did not have the height, falling short, and the Hawks were headed to overtime. Foothill won the toss, getting the ball first. Knight with time throws up the rainbow and found his pot of gold in Serquan Hardy, who makes the reception and breaks away for some more yardage down to the 19-yard line. A 52-yard play to bring them inside field goal range. In comes Ryan Hunt to attempt the game-winning field goal from 38 yards out. It had the distance, but sails wide to the right, and the marathon of a game continued. The Thunder get their chance in OT. Jones to Vincent, but Jamont Adams puts the charge into the Thunder, knocking the ball out for the incompletion. Foothill got the ball back after the punt. Knight in shotgun, given lots of time by the offensive line, throws deep into double coverage again, nearly intercepted for the 3rd time in the game. San Diego would get their second opportunity in the extra frame. Eric Butler with pressure up the middle forces Jones into a hurried throw, and Damian Hale, how's the weather up there? Comes down with his biggest interception of the year, and he was looking for more. With blockers in place, a beautiful run back deep into Thunder territory, and the Firehawks were back in the driver's seat. Looking to get into better field goal range for their kicker, Knight throws a dime to Michael Adams, complete for 17 yards inside the 10-yard line, well within field goal range. Ryan Hunt, a chance to redeem himself from the earlier miss, this time from 25 yards out. Up and good for the game winner as the Firehawks scored 17 unanswered points to stun the San Diego Thunder 17-14 and claim the Southern California Championship trophy in dramatic fashion. It was their second comeback victory of the year when trailing by 14 points. Serquan Hardy had 117 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. Mark Anderson with 3 huge sacks. Jason Jones threw 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception in a losing cause. Foothill improves to 14-0, 16-0 overall, and earns the right to play the Central Coast Barnstormers for the California State title. Didn't look good early, but you guys pulled it out in the end, 17-14.
Came back in the 4th quarter, seemed a little bleak early on. They came out with a great game plan. They picked on us on the sides a little bit, mixed it up enough to keep us off balance a bit, and we just could not get our offense going to start with, but the game rolled on. I think kind of wore him down a little bit, got in a little groove, helped us out tremendously.
Now, this is the first time that the other team has scored first the whole year. You're playing catch-up for the first time since playing the Tri-County Titans in Week 1, and you had to come back against that team. Talk about what you just did as far as halftime goes, because it seemed like even in the 3rd quarter, you really didn't get the wheels going until the 4th quarter rolled around.
Well, I think it was a matter of being very uptight. You know, this is our first time in Southern California Championship, and these guys, you know, they just seemed a bit nervous. And I think once the pressure was on and time was running out, that they realized they had to settle into that groove and do all the right things, not make mistakes. And your words from earlier in the season were echoing in my mind when they scored first, and I'm like, man, I hope this is not a loss for us because they scored first, but it turned out very well for us.
And overtime, it couldn't get more exciting. A missed field goal, and then Ryan Hunt comes back to win the game. How does it feel?
I was just amazed at some of the plays that were made. Some great catches, Michael Adams with the catch, Sir Quan Hardy with the catch. People stepping up and doing things. And all year it's been like one person having a great game here and there, this game, that game. But this game, several people stepped up. We needed everybody, making a special play this game. And that feels real good when you have a lot of weapons stepping up and making plays.
Well, congratulations, Coach, on the win. I know you got a game next weekend against the Northern California champion for the California State Championship, but we got two of the guys here that did the deed tonight against the Thunder. On the defensive end, Mark Anderson, congratulations, and Ryan Hunt, players of the game, offense and defense. And Mark, early on, they were picking at your DBs. You didn't have a lot of pressure inside. They have a great offensive line that was keeping their quarterback safe. Talk about the frustration you guys had in that first half getting to the quarterback.
I'm not gonna lie, it just from the get-go, the dude was strong. So basically, I just had to keep wearing him down like a tree, just keep chopping at him. Once I seen he was budging, it was over with. I was in his head after that. And I just knew, once I brought the momentum, everybody's gonna pick up. And that was it. It feels good. I'm overwhelmed right now, so this feels good. It feels good. It feels real good.
Now, you didn't get in the backfield very much, but when you did, you made it count. Put some sacks, put them in second and long, third and long situations that really helped you out, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it just, like I said, I just kept fighting. Even though I was getting in the backfield, the play was still going. There was plays I wanted to give up, but I knew I had to keep going. Once I kept going, I was making the plays, and it felt good. And we're here now.
Well, congratulations, Mark Anderson, for the defense, and kickbox, Ryan Hunt, who actually, talk about that field goal. You had a chance to win the game with about a 45-yard field goal, and it didn't go your way, but you had a chance to redeem yourself late.
Well, the first field goal, I felt the pressure from the left, tried to overcome that and just push it to the right a little bit. But that last one, I just told the guys, hey, man, it's cold. They were cold. They said, let's go home. I said, I got to pee, so let's go. So it worked out in our favor. We're always playing hard. Those dudes, it was a hell of a team we have. Great offensive line, man. They're awesome. Awesome offensive line. Great holder in Josh. And sometimes he Charlie Browns me, but it's fun, man. It's fun. We have a lot of fun.
It's Ryan Hunt with a game-winning field goal. 17-14 Firehawks move on to the California State Championship. Saturday, December 1st, the Foothill Firehawks take on the Central Coast Barnstormers for the California State title. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. at Citrus College. Firehawk Face-Off was brought to you by Truly Personal Embroidery. Professional customized hats, shirts, jerseys, jackets, and more. Truly Personal Embroidery, your official embroidery shop of the Foothill Firehawks. And by Morrison DV, the digital video specialist serving the greater Los Angeles area. Quality is what we do.